Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP have been backed to open Scottish government offices in every EU member state, despite Brexit edging ever closer and Scotland not yet being an independent country. The idea was first suggested by Irish politician Neil Richmond as a way for Scotland to plot its route back into the EU as a hypothetical sovereign nation in the future. Fine Gael's European Affairs spokesman and former chair of the Dáil's Brexit Committee said the short-term goal would be realistic in preparing Scotland to rejoin the EU and ultimately achieving the SNP's long-running dream of Scottish independence. This has prompted support from the SNP's Constitution, Europe and External Affairs Secretary Michael Russell, who said Holyrood's current external offices are very important for trade. He added expanding this could also provide Scotland with a number of other opportunities and benefits. Mr. Russell told the Sunday national newspaper, "I think Neil is probably right. Look at the success of Quebec and its Flemish offices, they've assisted with trade and with the political situation." The government in Quebec opened an office in Brussels in 1972, to promote Quebec and its interests in Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, as well as within the European institutions, since 1972. This is one of more than 30 offices the government has in 18 counties, focusing on key domestic issues related to the economy, education, culture, immigration and public affairs. In 2005, a satellite team was set up in Beijing, with a second following in Dublin in 2016, while hopes remain of further expansion into Scandinavia. These teams co-locate, with some working from inside numerous British embassies and several others sharing with other agencies, such as the Scottish Development International and Visit Scotland. Mr. Russell said, "I'd love to be open in every capital. The Brussels office is really important for us, the German and French offices have been very important, London is very important. We have to look north as well as east and south, and I think getting into Scandinavia would be a good thing. If we could afford it, I'd say open in every country. But there are constraints with finance. But the backing from the SNP's Constitution, Europe and External Affairs Secretary comes despite Scotland still being part of the UK and not being independent in its own right. Britain will leave the EU at the end of the Brexit transition period on December 31.